Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and if you're new, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Just a little warning, this one's going to be a long one. This is episode 5 of my inventory for 2024. This is all of my palettes, quads, duos, all of it. Not including my singles, that will be a separate video. So I'm going to go ahead off camera and organize this a little bit and let you guys know how many palettes I have and if I have any plans for them for this year. So I have 2 duos. The first one is from Nomad. It's the American Parks Intense Eyeshadow Duo in Half Dome and Delicate Arch. This is what it looks like. I would like to hit pan or even finish up this Delicate Arch shade for 2024. Another duo I have in my collection is the Love You First Stunning Eyeshadow Duo in Lilac and Blackberry. This is actually the second time I have received this. The first time I received from a friend and I used it up. I would like to hit pan on this lilac shade. I love this duo. It's really pretty. It makes the perfect two shadow look. So I actually might be taking this on my trip. I don't know yet. Up next from Kaja Beauty, I have the Beauty Bento. So it's like is it a quad or is it a trio? Okay, it's a trio. So anyway, in the shade Smolder Season. So I have a pretty good dip going on the top shade. I got a little bit of use on the second shade, and then the third shade is this matte brown. I have used it, but you can tell it is the least used from this trio. Moving along to my quads. I have this Chella Hello Beautiful eyeshadow quad. And so, yeah. It has shades on the back, but I didn't tell you the shades of the others. So this is this quad. Beautiful neutral toned palette. This might also be in the running of going with me on my trip. I don't plan on using makeup every single day on my trip, so something just neutral or whatever would be perfect for that. Moving right along with my quads. If you've been following me for a while, hi, my name is Samantha, and I have a problem with Copacetic Cosmetics quads and eyeshadows in general. So, these are all Copacetic quads. The first one is Frozen Treats. I would love to hit pan in this Pineapple Anise shade. It is a flaky glitter shadow. I am so close. I just need to use it a few more times and it would be done. But I don't want to use too much, if that makes sense, to force myself to hit pan, because that doesn't count in my opinion. Is what it is. Up next we have Celestial Flames. This is a collab with Pan the Replay over on Instagram. I'm not sure if she has a YouTube. I don't think she does, but this is what it looks like. Beautiful, beautiful shade. I love this one. The shade Blossom. Let me just swatch that for you. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. I just love aesthetic shadows. The next one is Fall Harvest. I gotta be careful. I need to repress this flaky down here before I did that, but whatever. Beautiful, beautiful fall toned quad. Love it. Up next we have Juicy Watermelon. This is something I may also take. I don't know yet. I will probably do a video. Oh, Okay, I was able to repress these loosely into these pans. So I will just from now on have to be very, very careful. Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys, this is Juicy Watermelon by Copacetic Cosmetics. Love this quad. Um, Apparently those greens do not love me. Anyway, up next we have Frosted Foliage. This is a collab with Dose of Lola D. Another beautiful fall palette. Neutrals love it. Up next, we have another collab. This is a M. Jones 5018 in Witching Hour. I love this one too. I'm actually going to be going to Salem in October 2024. So this is definitely a palette I will be taking, just in general. I feel like it encompasses that entire vibe. I love it. I'm being very careful with these quads now. And that is all the quads. So I'm going to start just going by palettes. I have them separated by brands. So to continue with the Copacetics, I have the Companion palette by M. Jones 5818. I would like to hit pan on this purple. What shade is that? Is that Nina? Nina? Yeah, Nina. This purple shade this year. Moving right along, I have Sugar Drizzle Paint Me Green and Call Me a Pickle palette. This may be in a project this year. I'm not going to give too much away. I did pre-film that. I have a pretty close to hitting pan in a pickle and dill pickle. I actually have this palette along with my Dark Fantasy palette that I'll show you here in a minute on my eyes today. Love this palette. From Beauty Bay, Dark Fantasy palette. This is my Duty Pan My Battleship palette with Verity at Red Dirt and Stardust. I will have her linked down below. Pretty good progress so far. You guys get a sneak peek. I have already hit pan in a shadow. What? But the shimmers are pretty easy to hit pan in this palette, so that's why I was hoping to focus on them first. I would like to try to have pan in every single one of these shades by the end of the year, but we will see how that goes. Moving right along, I got this duo from Beauty Bay. I don't even know who this person is, to be completely honest, and I'm sorry, but I really like the color schemes. This one, I think I talked about, I might not have, but this one literally, to me, feels like it could be like the mini version of the Dark Fantasy palette, or how Natasha Denona has like her mid-size palettes, and then she does like her 5-pan palettes, I guess. Are they palettes? I don't know. Her 5-pan ones that she releases of the same name, but they're not the same colors. They are just like complements of that big palette. I feel like that's what this is with Beauty Bay. In just my opinion. This is My Freaky Diary Nebula Secret. This one is from Ayo. They're both from Ayo Coralie. I am so sorry. And this is My Freaky Diary Deuce Romance. And this is like pinks and purpley blues and just very, very pretty. I would like to hit pan on both of these shimmer shades. I don't know if that's going to be possible since I'm working on so many other eyeshadows right now, but that is my goal. I would like to try to have pan in every single palette for 2024. I do plan on purchasing a palette, and so I would like to try to do that before, or be like, okay, that you can buy this palette, why, you know, it's still available, but you have to put it away for now. Like, I don't know yet. Up next, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. Oh, this is what it is looking like. I would like to use up this shade Estate completely this year. I use it almost with every eye look that I do. I use it to set my eyeshadow primer. And I'm pretty close to actually hitting pan on the shade Sales as well. I have dug this shade out a little bit to use as a mixing shade, but it is a stark white. I would like to hit pan on that, but I do have a stark white in my Dark Fantasy palette that I am not sure if Verity put a ship there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Up next, I have the Magic Mini by Juvia's Place. I would like to hit pan on a few shades in this palette this year. Kessie was a matte cream shade that I did. The same thing I'm doing with Estate. As a eye primer setting shade. Excuse me. Koji. I'm actually using as a blush. It is very red toned, but when I blend it out, it looks really pretty. I am trying to use some of my eyeshadows as blushes, since I only have 2 powdered blushes left in my collection for this year. So I am trying to just work on that. There are a few shades, like I said, I would like to hit pan on. I would like to hit pan on Koji. Boronu. I am horrible at pronouncing names, so I'm so sorry. This one, I have a pretty good dip going on it. And those are the few as of right now. Last year, in my Pan Those Eyeshadows, I did finish this, and I did hit pan in Zuba, sorry. So, yeah. Now for Glam Light palettes. I have 3 Glam Light palettes. I did declutter my mini burger palette just because it started like leaking oils out of them. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable putting that on my face. And it was the only palette that started doing that. So everything else, I'm like, it hasn't changed. It's not doing that, so I'm keeping it. The first up is the Glam Light Street Taco palette. I do have pan and guacamole. I would like to hit pan in Carnitas and Red Onions this year. They're both shimmers. As well as Polo. I feel like I can do that. I would like to try to hit pan in a few of these shades this year. Up next, we have the Glam Light Street Taco palette. I have pan in Onions and Polo and Salsa Verde. I've actually been using Onions as a highlighter. It's very, very pretty as a highlighter. And it's not like a highlighter that I have in my collection. So it's very pretty, almost a white gold type of shade. So there is that. I would like to try to hit pan on Mexican cheese and cilantro. Cilantro is very similar to the Dark Fantasy shade Machine, which I have on my eyes today, so that might hold off until I hit pan on Machine. And then last but not least, I have my Glam Light Burger palette. I am very close to hitting more pans in this palette. I do have pan in cheddar, onion rings, and blue cheese. I would like to hit pan in sweet potato fries. I don't know if you can see, but you can kind of see the rings of the pan, and the same as in mustard. Let's see. What was the other one? Lettuce, I would like to hit pan on, and avocado. Those are the ones that I'm starting to see the pan, like the rings of the pan in it. And I think I can do that. I'm not setting like any like eyeshadow really goals. I did decide to do a pan that palette for this year, but I'm gonna let you be in suspense about which palette I chose to use. And then I'll be throwing some eyeshadows in here and there into projects this year. And this is all my palettes. I still have dozens of singles I still need to talk about, but that will be in another video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out my channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Also, in the comments, let me know your guess as to which palette I chose for my 2024 Pan That palette. I would love to know your guesses. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.